Life Audio.
Welcome to the Crosswalk Devotional. We're glad to have you listening with us. Today's topic is about sensing God's comfort through His songs. We'll return with the devotional after a brief message from our sponsors. God's Comfort in His Songs, written and read by Cindi McMenamin. The Lord your God is in your midst, a warrior bringing victory. He will create calm with His love. He will rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 3:17, Common English Bible. My daughter Dana was in college when she experienced her first real heartache from a relationship breakup. I had just finished speaking for a retreat out of state when I received her phone call from my hotel room. How it hurt my heart to hear her cry and to be so far away from her and unable to hug her or wipe away her tears. Dana knew God was good and that He was close, but still her heart was broken. I prayed with her on the phone and then continued to pray for her throughout the night, waking every few hours and calling on the Lord to comfort her with His presence. A couple nights later, after I was back home, she texted me from her college dorm room. She couldn't sleep. Her heart was still hurting. In that moment, I remembered how music resonated with her like nothing else. Music had always been a huge part of her life, and at the time, she was studying to be a vocal performer. Music was often how she processed her thoughts. We all sense God's presence in different ways. Perhaps she needed His songs. I texted her a few verses and told her to listen for her Heavenly Father singing over her. Zephaniah 3:17 gives us a beautiful description in the Old Testament of how our warrior God, who fights for our hearts, will also tenderly comfort us in our time of need. The New English Translation reads, "The Lord your God is in your midst. He is a warrior who can deliver. He takes great delight in you. He renews you by His love. He shouts for joy over you." The New King James Version translates those shouts for joy, which sound like a battle triumph, as a sweet love song of God's for His beloved. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you with His love. He will rejoice over you with singing. God sings over you, Dana, I texted. Listen for His songs. God not only sings over us, He puts songs in our hearts to deliver us. In Psalm 32:7 in the New King James Version, David sang, "You are my hiding place. You shall preserve me from trouble. You shall surround me with songs of deliverance." In the Contemporary English Version, that verse reads, "You are my hiding place. You protect me from trouble, and you put songs in my heart because you have saved me." In Job 35:10, we read God is the one who provides us with songs in the night. Finally, I texted to my daughter Psalm 119:54, which reads, "No matter where I am, your teachings fill me with songs." And Psalm 42:8, "The Lord will send His goodness in the daytime, and His song will be with me in the night." Dana texted back, "I like the verses about Him giving us songs." And with His music close to her heart, she was able to sleep. Intersecting faith and life. God sings over you too. He knows your broken heart, your disappointments, your feelings of loneliness when they strike. He is closer than a whisper on the nights you can't sleep, on those days that drag on forever, and in the quiet when you feel forgotten and alone. When the songwriter Asaph was going through a lonely time of feeling abandoned by God, he wrote this in Psalm 77:6 as the beginning of his mental process to convince himself God was still with him. He wrote, "I remembered my songs in the night." Get quiet, my friend. Hush the questions going through your mind and listen. Listen for His song in the night and His whisper of love through the breeze and the day. My prayer is that you will soon be declaring, as the psalmist did, "You have helped me, and I sing happy songs in the shadow of your wings." Psalm 63:7. Lord, thank you for the gift of music that can comfort our souls. And thank you, too, for putting songs in our hearts, songs of comfort and songs of joy. On those days and nights when we need your comforting presence, help us to sense you singing over us. And when those we love need your songs, may you sing them clearly in their ears as well. For further reading, see Psalm 77.
The Crosswalk Devotional is a production of Life Audio and Salem Media. If you liked what you heard today, please take a second to rate and review this podcast in your favorite podcast app so that more listeners like you can find the show. For more faith-filled, inspirational podcasts, visit us at lifeaudio.com.